All right, Miguel, welcome back again to another
Hello, Alejandro.
episode. How are we?
We are excited. We are ready to talk. Today, a different topic. We're gonna talk about routines. We're gonna talk a bit more about what we do on a daily basis, and for people to understand like the importance of having routines
Yeah.
and yeah.
All right, well, you can start then. Let's make it yours. Let's make the stage yours. So explain, Miguel, please, to whoever is watching this, like why is the routine so important to you, right? And why should I care about the routine, right? What is the importance of it? Why we should make it a priority? And yeah, tell me a little bit more of your thoughts on this.
For me, it's like what we have been talking in other podcasts is the power of habit. The more times you do one thing, the more time you are used to it, and then your body naturally wants to do it. And then it's a point. Imagine you never do sports, and you start doing sports for the first 2 months, 3 months. Yes, it's tough. You're gonna struggle to get used to it, but there is a point you start getting used to it, and naturally your body wants to do sports because there is releasing energy, and you feel good with it. So there is a point with the years, you it becomes part of your identity of who you are. I think it's very important. That's why it's very important to have habits, because then your routine is much easier to keep going with everything, and you feel like you are someone, with many identities. Sometimes you are an athlete, sometimes you are a professor, sometimes you are a dad, sometimes you are a friend. You can become a person with different identities, and then your routine is much easier now.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is key. I think again, going back to what we've talked about before, is the identity part. Is like, man, what you do on a daily basis is gonna determine who you're gonna be, in the future, right? Yeah, I think it's very important to make every single again answer. I'm answering already like the questions too. Is I think it's very important to actually count every single day. Don't take like one day for granted, because when you start accumulating them, you get to realize like how much, man, how many days it's been, Again, talking about a year, right? Like you were talking before, like how we've seen each other progress so much, right, over the last year. And people will think like, oh, they've probably, I don't know, they did something crazy, or like they were so lucky, or something like that. I feel like it's very opposite to it, I feel like it's been 1 year, 365 days that we've done the same thing over and over again, until it show up, until it got some shape in the actual world, but yeah, waking up and meditating as you do, right, every morning. Yes, your stretching sessions too. And at the end of the year, it's been 365 days multiplied by freaking 20 minutes, 30 minutes that you do on a daily basis. Well, that's a lot of hours, man. That's a lot of hours doing that, So those that tell you like, oh, Miguel, like, how can you be, so calm when like there is adversity, Like, how can you do this? How can you manage emotions so well? How can you, man, it's been worked, it's been worked out, right? And you've been counting every single day, right? You don't go by faces. It's something that you do on a daily basis, right? When it comes to me, it's the same thing. Like, oh, Coach Alejandro, how are you in shape? Like, how are you so lean? Why do you do this? And like, well, man, I've been doing this for years. It's not something that happened overnight. I trust that I'm putting the work every day, and then someday will show up. And it does. It always does. It's how life works. You just put the work when there is no way to see it, the result. There is no result yet, but you're creating it, And then out of nowhere, it's like, oh shoot, I look at myself in the mirror. Wow, my body has changed a lot. Oh shoot, I'm feeling way better emotionally. I can manage my emotions way better too. So I think without a routine, we're lost. We're lost and we don't have a destination. When you have a routine that you actually set by yourself, you're gonna get somewhere.
Yes, and also I would say priorities, because if we have to talk about my routine, like what I do on a daily basis, I have to look about what do I want to accomplish this week, my priorities for this week, because now, for example, I'm planning to do a marathon. So I have to run 3 times a week, and I have to go to the gym 2 times a week. And this I have to distribute during the week, because I work in the morning and I work a bit in the afternoon as well. So I have part time. So I have to organize myself. As you say before, there was for 4 or 5 months I was meditating in the morning. Now I have changed because I needed to adjust because my schedule has changed. You know, we are flexible. We adjust to our priorities and conditions. So now I when I wake up in the morning, I prepare my food for the day because I go to eat to the academy. I ate breakfast as well over there. So I prepare my breakfast and my lunch, and right after I go do sports. Normally, or I go to the gym, or I go to run in the morning, because then at 8:30 I have to be at work. You know, so I wake up around 6:30 and I have 2 hours to prepare the breakfast, do some sports, shower, and go to work. And then I work from 8:30 to 1:30. Then I have a break over there. That now I've been doing is what I do over there is I take a small nap, like 20 minutes, because I have a break like for 1 hour and a half. And then I have a time to get lunch. And because I'm not doing meditation in the morning, I found a place like 5 minutes away from my academy where I work, and it's a bit of nature. There is no one there. You can hear the animals. You can see a lot of trees, a lot of green. So I use that as my meditation. I am eating there. I stay like 40, 45 minutes eating by myself, trying to stay here in silence. And like this, I'm more ready for the afternoon, because then in the afternoon I work again from 3 to 6:30, and I'm ready. And I now I finish at 6:30, and people could be like, oh, but now I don't have time. I have lost already the whole day. You know, for me, it's like I already went did sports. For me, working is I done the activities that I like to do, helping people, and then I already meditate and I work again. And now I have the rest of the day. I have like 4 or 5 hours where I can eat dinner, where I can read. I'm doing a master's, so I have to prepare my class for the week. So here, I have enough time for everything. Again, if you put priorities, if you manage your time, my day, I work a lot of hours, like 8 hours and a half, nine, during the week, but I still have time for the other things, and again, if we talk on a weekly basis, what I like to do on a weekly basis as well is I like to go to nature once a week. I like to go with my friends at least once a week. I like to go to dance. I try once a week. Sometimes I do one every 2 weeks. So I manage the time because I also have to do my masters to be able to study for the master's class, then do the master's class. Another day after work, I go to dance. Another day, I go to nature. And on the weekend, I have time for myself to organize, clean the house, to put everything ready for the week, to clean, to buy groceries. And I also have the time for my friends. So like this, during the whole week, I had time for me, it's important to take care of myself mentally, to do sports because my plan is to do the marathon, priorities, to keep learning and growing as a person, because if I learn, I can help more people. So that's why I'm doing the masters. And then I go to nature because it resets myself for the next week. And I have time for my friends because the social is very important. And also cleaning the house because like this, I'm more chill. I'm more organized. Everything is ready for the next week. I try to plan in advance. Before I used to do the opposite, always do it running in the last moment. But every time I'm seeing how important it is to have everything ready for the week, and then another week trying to keep learning and growing as a person, as you say, step by step. So if you look in the long term, in 1 year, how much you can learn and grow if you organize your time. And again, something that is very important is I don't use social media. I don't waste my time with my phone. That's why I have all this time for doing all these things, because I'm not spending time. If I have my break, instead of being 1 hour with my phone, I'm there and I read, or I do meditation, or I'm talking with someone that I like to enjoy. So this is a little bit of myself, what I do on a weekly basis and on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned a lot of great things, and something that now is actually coming to my mind after you mentioned that, just that is, what do you do? Because I feel like there is a lot of, the things that you do, of course, for yourself, because you have your priorities and your goals, right? Like, yeah, meditating, right? You do that for your mental health, and to be present, right? And enjoy the little things, enjoying the birds, right, singing, and the wind on your face, and the food that you're eating. So this is great, and then you do the running because you have a goal for marathon, right? But and you even save some time for friends, right? If you find somebody that you truly like. But two questions actually. One of them is like, what do you do when you try to maybe socialize with somebody, but unless contrary to what you do, which is not using your phone, right? Nowadays, I feel like everywhere you go, there's people using their phones, right? So how can you, first of all, like, how can you interact with those guys, right? That you still like, but they just, they're kind of struggling with social media usage and stuff. And and yeah, how you manage to, I guess, keep an interaction going and get things that you want from that person, right? Because at the end of the day, you do it for, I guess, to, like, yeah, maintain a relationship with somebody, but also because it makes you feel good, no? I mean, we're social animals, so we need that time.
Hmm. Me, with if I wanna get to know a person and try to become my friend, like if that person is with the phone and is not paying attention, I honestly I will not wanna spend more time with that person. You know, maybe in that time he's using the phone, but if I keep trying to talk and that person is not trying to give me a conversation or he doesn't want because he's very distracted with that, I don't spend any more of my time. You know, I don't lose my time and I just don't talk. You know, I try to find the right occasion. I give opportunities to people, but if there is not good connection, like you're not gonna force it. You know, it's better you keep going, and time will put you in the place. You know, if you try to find friends and you are social and extroverted, you will find. You know, you will need time to find people that have the same like hobbies, that they have a similar way of thinking. Just keep trying. Don't go with the first one because you're alone or because you're gonna have friends. You know, it's important that the friends that you have are real, you know, because if not, they are not friends. They will not last. You know, when you have a problem, they will not be there, and then you will be disappointed. You know? So it's very important that what you do, it has to be real. You know?
Yeah. It's spending valuable time with valuable people, I think it's key. It's a waste of time, right? As you said, when you try to force somebody to talk with you, or just sometimes we surround ourselves with like toxic people too. I like unconsciously, even just because they're in the same workspace, or we share some kind of environment with them. And but it's very important that people, again, don't we I think we both recommend, right, to spend social time, right, with people, just because we need it for our mental too. But make sure you, again, as we talked before, we choose wisely, who you want to be there, for you, and who you want to spend those hours with, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's very important. It has to be real. It has to come from your heart. You know what you really like to do. When do you feel connected to someone? I think it's very important. But moving forward, Alejandro, now I have talked about what do I do on a weekly basis, like on a daily basis. What's important for me in this moment of my life, because before it used to be different. There was a point where tennis was my priority. Then there was a point where work was my priority. Then was a point where other thing was my priority. And now I try to have a balance with different priorities, you know. But for you, in this moment of your life, what is a routine for you?
Yeah, so it's, as you said, it's been changing over time. I've been evolving and having new projects. Okay, what I can say is my priorities are three things. Okay, one is work, just because you have to do it, right? Like, you need to pay rent, and you need to, like, I guess, cover the basic needs, and for that you need to work, right? So I started working full time, and that's what I'm doing. I love it. So it's something that I don't only use to be able to afford the bills and pay and live, but also because I enjoyed it a lot, So it's something that I love, right? Again, tennis coaching and fitness coaching. Something that is also very important to me nowadays is the online coaching that I have, the project. Okay, I spend a lot of time editing on my phone, on Instagram stories, editing videos that I post as reels, editing now the podcast, right? That we upload on YouTube. This is something that I have a vision with in the future. This is what I would like to do full time, maybe, if I have the opportunity. Um, and so I need to put a lot of work, like now, like today, it counts for the future. So I've been doing this for a few months already. And then the third thing is of course my girlfriend. Like, I always try to spend time with her, because if we don't pay attention to relationships, they go away, right? Um, I think these are, the three things that I pay most attention to on my daily basis. Okay, like day to day. So yeah, going to hour by hour. I wake up 6:30 normally. Go to the kitchen, make coffee. And now I actually just moved to a new apartment that we have a balcony, and I really like to have to start seeing the colors of this of the sky, you know, like the sunrise colors. So I go with my coffee outside. I have a chair out there in the balcony, and I sit there with my coffee. Usually for the first few minutes, it's just the landscape, and then I grab my phone and I start editing. I usually post a story or two in the morning, just because of the time zone. I want Spanish people to see it, you know, because it's 6 hours behind here. So once I post it in the morning, it's usually around lunchtime there. So I always try to do that in the morning. I prepare my breakfast, that turkey sandwich that we talked about before, and my lunch, the oatmeal. Okay, and then I leave around 7:10, 7:15. I try to be in the car already. Okay, go to work 8 to 11. I work in the morning, and then I have a 2 hour break. What do I do in that break? Now it's been really busy, so I usually only have 1 hour because I work for an extra hour there. But in that hour that I have, is I eat my lunch and I keep editing. I keep editing whatever is left, you know, for that day. So maybe another story, maybe a workout that I did yesterday evening in the gym, and I'm like, I want to upload it, so I do the editing, and and then if I need to call somebody, I send messages to my clients online too, just, you know, to always be in contact with them. Um, so that's what I do, and then after that hour, go back to work 1 to 3. Now it's because of the summer camp, it's a little bit of a shorter schedule. Usually I finish at 4 because again I work extra 1 hour. It's because of the situation. And then at 4, I leave, get home around 4:45 or so, eat my snacks just because, you know, like I'm pretty hungry every time I come back home. And I usually do the workout. I usually go every other day. So to the gym. So yeah, I will do my workout. If I don't do that workout at that time, I always try to like get something ready for the house to be organized. Or with my girlfriend, I go somewhere. We grab the bikes, we go around for a bike ride. Sometimes I have to do groceries, you know. So something like that changes from day to day, but you know, once I come back home from work. But usually again, still some editing, some kind of editing. I'm always trying to find chances for social media to get content ready to be uploaded. Things with my girlfriend like that, bike rides, going for a walk. Um, yeah, just maybe going to Walmart, you know, to do groceries. Things that I need. And then yeah, if I have time, I read. Although reading, it's been actually I haven't been reading lately just because of the priorities. I've been preferring to spend time with social media, editing and creating content rather than, you know, like uh, reading, rather than getting knowledge through reading. So yeah, it's been something that has been motivated me a lot just because I've been seeing a lot of progress. I've been signing new clients, so you know, again, in the evening sometimes, yeah, like I make the exercise programs for them, nutrition plans, right, depending on how many clients I get and if I need to update something that I've done already, and you know, for the next month. And then yeah, and then I eat dinner here. I cook it every day. I cook dinner, um, and then that's it. Just, yeah, take a shower, go to sleep. I usually go to sleep around 10:30, 11. and and then yeah, I always try to again prioritize also sleep. I don't like going to sleep late. I don't think it's worth it, especially having such an active day. And uh and then yeah, that's what I do.
What about the weekends? Because we have been talking about that day with your during the week, but what do you do on the weekends? How do you prioritize what things you like to get done?
Yeah, so during the weekend I still work. I always try to find some kind of private lessons of some kind, you know. I do personal training, I do tennis. So I usually work a couple of hours, I would say throughout the weekend. And then the times that I'm here, again, we always try to find something different. So something that I've been liking a lot is going to a coffee shop, ordering coffee there. I'm working on the laptop. So editing the reels for social media. Again, everything related to this project online. I always like to get stuff done in that coffee shop. I think I get, you know, really focused on it. And then if I feel like I'm ahead of it, then I bring a book with me and it's my time to read. You know, it's something that I've been missing lately, and if I had the chance to read during the weekend, that's when I will do it. During the week, I normally don't do, but during the weekend, I always try to find a couple of hours to do it. Um, and then yeah, it's also the social time. So if we have, a chance maybe to meet with some friends from college that are still around, it's our time to do it too. So maybe we do something in the afternoon. We can, I guess, go to the pool. The other day we went on a boat actually last weekend to celebrate my friend's birthday. That's something more like, exceptional, but yeah, something like going out for dinner somewhere, during the weekend with my girlfriend. So stuff like that. They're making it a little bit more relaxed, although I'm still, working for things, right? So again, spending time on creating content, working on myself too. So if I didn't have the workout on Friday, I will do it Saturday. Um, I don't I don't mind what day it is. I always try to, I will get my workout in, and uh, and then yeah, it's pretty much what I do during the weekend too. Same meals. I don't change much. I know it's not that the weekend comes and like I eat crap. I always, I keep the same breakfast and same lunch, same pretty much everything. Again, except of course when we go out to a restaurant or something. But besides that, everything looks pretty similar during the weekend too. Some people will think it's boring, but it's still part of my routine. I still work on Sundays. Nothing special to me.
No, people will think, no, yeah, as you say, no, it can be that you work on a weekend, you work, but at the end of the day, it's something that you like, like you like this, like why? For me, if you look at it about it's work, then it's gonna be boring. Then you're gonna hate your life. No, but if it's something that you like, you just devote your time to do something that you like, and on the weekend you do as well. You have time for other things because you have a priority, your girlfriend as well, yourself, doing sports, reading when you have time, but you keep spending a couple of hours on doing something that you like, and it gives you a purpose. It gives you a sense of why you are here, what do I want to do on a daily basis, and it's like a motivation for you to keep going.
Truly is, man. It truly is, and that's it. Like I think, as you said, like if when you have something clear, in your mind, like you just go for it, no matter what day it is. Like in fact, I enjoy so much, man. Like creating content. It's like it's not. And again, I don't see it as work. Like it was my commitment, it was my decision, and I enjoy so much. So that's it, man. I literally wake up and I look forward to it. So that's how excited I am when it comes to this. So once you find that, you're all set, man. That's why, when you have your routine all figured out and you have the ideas clear, results will come because you put the work every day and you're passionate about it.
It's very important, and because the day by day it can look is the same. It's just the small things, how you live the small things when you are tired, how you keep going. And then there are amazing moments to enjoy in a day. I
Yeah.
think it's very important. Me, when I take my break, like during lunchtime that I eat, I'm going the last 2 3 weeks. I've been going always to the same place. I look at the same trees all the time,
Hmm.
and every time you see it a bit different. Depends on the light of the sun, depends of the how many birds, depends on your mood. You are a bit different, so every time is different, and I do the same thing over and over. I do the same activity with the kids. I talk to them about tennis, but you can look at it about, oh, it's always the same, or every time I have different kids. What's this kid gonna think? How can I improve for my next time? How can I get more ideas? How can I get their attention better? How can I No, it always depends on how you look at. Oh, it's the same thing, or let's look beyond that. How can I make this and such an amazing thing? I think this is a valuable skill that, because if not, your life is gonna be so boring. You're gonna die and be so happy about your life, not be thinking when is gonna be Friday so I can enjoy the weekend, and then when it's Monday, you're gonna shoot yourself, and then like if your life is gonna be chaos, man. It's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah, I think before we wrap up, it's very key, as you said, like that thing about the tree is something that you have pretty much daily and it's so important to you. It's one of the favorite moments that you have, right? And for me, it's the same thing. When I wake up and I have my coffee out there in the balcony, seeing the colors in the sky is like, wow. Like, I look forward to the morning just for that moment, right? So being able to find guys in your routine, even if you don't have like if you're not the most passionate about your job, which you should be, I think. So if you're not, change it. But if you cannot change it for whatever reason, make sure you find stuff throughout the day on a weekly basis, on a daily basis throughout the week, that you look forward to. I think it's very important to keep, that excitement alive inside of you, to be like, oh shoot. And like in a couple of hours, like I'm gonna be every day, right? There is something going on that excites you. For you might be the tree, right, with the birds, and wow, enjoy my meal, which it's beautiful. And then for me, it's just a simple coffee in the balcony, and it makes us, so happy. So.
Yes, I will summarize in find things that you like, as you say, and then you will enjoy the little moments because life is enjoying moment by moment, and then the next moment, and then the next moment. Because if you are, the mind wants to think about the future, past, but if you keep trying to enjoy the moment, your life will be amazing. It's full of small moments that just makes it like you wanna live it again.
Mhm. Yeah, man. Well, Miguel, I think that's a wrap up for today. We went over the routines a little bit, and like what we do on a daily basis to get the results that we have, right? Not today, and yeah, hopefully we keep getting the results in the future, right? We're still putting in work, we're still having the same routines, we're finding even better ways, right, to implement things every day and try to progress what we have. So, yeah, we just hope again we gave some advice and ideas to people, that want to improve their lifestyle and actually get results, and for them to actually realize that it's not supposed to be a boring path, like it's supposed to be fun, man. You should be the one deciding what to do, right? Things that you want to do and accomplish in life. That's what we did, and we're very happy people, I think.
Yes, man, nothing else to add. Just you have to enjoy your life.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Miguel, thank you so much again. Okay, appreciate
Bye
your
bye.
time. See ya.